For me, it basically all started when we heard for the first time about digital transformation, and I was so impressed what that era can mean and how it can interact with analytics that I started blogging around it. I wanted to share my thoughts and my experience, and quite amazingly, I had around 20,000 hits during 3 months on my blogs, and that is basically why I said, well, I want to do more with that. I want to deliver better quality on what I share and how I share it, and that's why the idea came to create this new website, which I believe is looking very good and is very easy to use. Well, for me, digital transformation cannot exist without proper analytics. And just read a few of my blogs and you will see why I think that's the case. What for me is interesting and what I missed in the past quite some time is that I'm really eager to find this balance between theory and practice. So what I try to do is I share my thoughts and my insights on analytics versus digital transformation, but I also try to demonstrate how you can apply it. And that's where the whole section with all the best practices videos come from. What I try to do is write a blog. I do it in my own time. I try to write a blog every, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks. I share it on my website, and of course I share it on the social media channels that I'm active on, being LinkedIn, whether it's Twitter, sometimes also my Facebook channel. So that's the frequency that I'm trying to create something. The videos that I create are at a monthly schedule, I will say. So subscribe to the channel and watch the website, and then you don't miss anything. Data visualization techniques, basically, because I create a lot of the stuff myself, and you create a kind of a Christmas tree, I would say. So I was also really interested, what do you put on a screen? How do you communicate the insight or the message that you want to communicate? And that's where my journey started, discovering and reading about it. And I learned quite some things, and there was a lot of tricks and tips that I have on my website that help you in the best way to visualize insights. Pretty proud I am also on the fact that I was recently accepted as active member in the International Business Communication Standards Committee, IBCS, where we also find Professor Dr. Hickert. I'm now an active member entitled to discuss and evaluate and think about worldwide standards for data visualization. So of course I'll always also share my thoughts and my progress over there on this website. What you definitely will find the next few months are a few blogs regarding how analytics applies to the whole world of IoT, the Internet of Things. One of the things that we can already conclude today is that although the number of IoT devices is growing massively, there are still difficulties to interconnect all the systems that apply to such devices and to really make use of those insights. So not only taking the data out of a IoT sensor is important, way more important is connecting that data again to relevant other sources that you can find or that you have available in your community or your network. People always ask me after trends and what is the most important one and the biggest one and the fastest growing one and all those things. I would say there are few, of course, in 2016, and again I wrote a little bit about that. But if I can pick out one, I think that we are now very, very close to the closed loop portfolio, meaning that you have a integrated continuous loop between anything that is regarding predictive analytics. The result of that could be adjusting your planning or your risk and governance models, and the constantly monitoring of all that process with analytics and business intelligence. Well, the fact that we have now, for example, the experience, but also the techniques, the software techniques, and the capabilities with in-memory platforms to all close that and have that available in one single component, for example, where people can continuously monitor, adjust the planning, we run or we learn their predictive models and act upon that, and in the meantime also manage their risk and their governance models. I think that's very, very powerful, and that's what we call the closed loop portfolio. And what I see with customers is that's a priority, at least top 3 for this year. Is there a new book coming? Well, I'm not going to commit myself to that, but yes, I am writing on a new book. I hope to have it available somewhere at the end of this year, or maybe beginning of next year. It will again be an interactive book. I was very happy about the first release of it, and with almost 1,000 sales in a few months, I was very impressed by that. So thank you everybody buying my book, and so let's see, and I keep you informed when the new one is available.